there, gang, and welcome to a video that I never thought I was gonna make, actually, and that is my coming out experience. I wasn't going to make this video because I always have thought of my experience as kind of a non-story, but I was talking to my friend Raven about it, and they said something that really stuck with me, which was we need more coming out stories that aren't dramatic. And I thought about it for a little bit, and then I realized that they're right. So I am here to share my extremely not dramatic at all coming out experience. So I was very obviously gay from a very young age, and that was never like a thing with my mom and my sister. It was just never really even like blinked at. But I didn't come out to myself or realize that I was gay until I was 11, and then I came out to my friends, or potentially everyone, when I was like 13. So there was a 2-year gap between admitting it to myself and then actually like being out. Another reason I wasn't going to make this is I've actually never officially like come out to anyone. I've never like sat anyone down and like had a conversation about me being gay. I've never done that. I actually asked a couple of my friends and my brother if I ever came out to them, and all of them said no. The closest I ever got to actually like having an official coming out was one time my mom was driving me home from school, and we were stopped at a red light, and she just turned to me and asked me if I was gay. And I don't actually remember if I said yes or if I said I think so, but I definitely didn't deny it like at all. And then she was just like, okay, and then just kept going, and it was a very like clean cut whatever kind of interaction. I don't remember who exactly I told and when. I do know that I was out like fully to everyone mid-freshman year, because that's when I got my first girlfriend. So I had to have been out to everybody by then. But I genuinely don't remember coming out to anybody else. The first time I ever said that a girl was pretty to my mom, I was very young. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but I had to have been really, really young, because we were watching, I don't know if anyone remembers this show, please let me know, because I have yet to come across someone that does. But Project Runway had a spin-off show for a while that was specifically about the models on Project Runway. And then they canceled it after a couple seasons because it was bad. But there was one model that I thought was absolutely gorgeous, and we were laying there one night watching this show, and I turned to my mom and I was like, she's pretty. And my mom was kind of like, yeah, she's a model, like, she's pretty, like, yeah, I guess so. And it, at the time, was a very flippant response, and I thought that, like, that was bad, that, like, I shouldn't think that she's pretty. But my mom actually just meant, like, yeah, like, from just, like, a superficial standpoint, she's pretty because she's a model. She didn't mean, like, no, she's not pretty and you shouldn't think she's pretty, which is how I took it. That's the first time I ever, like, called a girl pretty, or at least remember calling a girl pretty. I probably called many girls pretty, and I just don't remember it before that one. I probably called my dance teacher pretty many times. Honestly, Miss Michelle, if you're out there, please know that every single little queer in your ballet class, you're doing them a solid. You really, really are. Like, thank you for blessing me with your thighs. My family is really cool about it. My mom doesn't particularly care and hasn't. I mean, she said some things that I have misread and that she admits maybe she should have thought about before saying, but they weren't like meant to be harmful or like meant to be negative. And my sister could not care less. My sister is also queer, and so when I started liking girls and like saying that girls were pretty and stuff like that, she was like, yeah, like, yeah, they are. So my family is extremely supportive. My friends are very, very supportive. Like, they're all queer too. You know how this works for like penguins, we huddle. I haven't really had anyone in my life be like not supportive to my face. Like, I know that there are a couple people that don't support my lifestyle or whatever the fuck the straights are calling it these days, but no one has said to my face, at least no one in my immediate circle has said to my face that they think I'm like deviant or wrong or anything like that. I was exposed to gay content at a very young age, and just like alternative lifestyles at a very young age, and it was never like looked down on or anything. So I had a very safe environment to kind of test the waters and experiment and see, and I am very lucky to have that. And I know I'm very lucky, and I'm very sad that other people can't have that. But it gets better. I know it's cheesy, but it actually, like, it does. There are people in the world that, like, will love you wholeheartedly, and it's great. But yeah, that's, like, about it. I don't know what else to say, because there is nothing... Like I said, this was such a non-story. I wasn't even going to, like, talk about this on the internet anywhere. But Raven convinced me to. So shout out to Raven. They're the only reason you're even getting this video. I love you. But yeah, it's hot. My camera battery is about to die, and that's fine. So I'm gonna go. But hope you enjoyed, hope you're well, and till next time.